Okay, so this is the video tutorial for manipulating positive negative space using text. Oh, look at that picture. So I have my layer that I want to use that I want to copy from, that I want to use to put inside the text. So I have that as one layer. I have this prepped up already. There's my text I want to use. Text tools on the left side in the toolbar. It looks like a T. So I want to select the area that I want to, select. I want to. That's redundant, but So I use the object selection tool on the upper left side on the toolbar. You see the different options here. They're already merged together, so pick the one in the middle. And it's pretty simple. All you're going to do is click and drag that rectangle around the objects that you want to select, and it will do that automatically. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty new. Once it's selected, I want to go back to the layer that I want to actually copy that image from. So I moved it around so that my eyes fall in between, inside the letters, right? So make sure I go on the selection layer, right, where I selected the letters, and I move that, and I click and move that around using your stylus or your finger and move it to where you want it. Then I go back to the layer that I want to copy from. That's very important. Otherwise, you'll be copying nothing, right? You'll be copying the text already, which you already have selected. It'll just be black. So I'm going to use that layer, right? I'm on the picture layer that I want to copy from. And then I hit Command. Well, I'll show you in a second. There's different layer actions here. If you just hit the three dots here, so if you want to duplicate your layer, you wanted to copy the whole layer, copy the merge areas, you can do that here using the three dots on the right side. But I'm gonna hit Command on my keyboard to get the shortcuts. Okay, so you can copy from there. Command C is copy. So I'm going to copy that area there, and make sure I'm on the right layer, the photo layer, and then I'm going to paste it. So I'm going to paste it up onto here. All right. Again, I have them all prepped up already, so you're not going to see it paste on there, but that's how I would do it. So now I'm just showing you the different layers I made here. So the eyeball, see when the slashes do it, that means it's not showing, it's hidden. Okay, when I unslash it, right, it's gonna show that layer. So I want to move it to where I want to have it. I'm also going to show the background layer, which is the gradation, the red and blue gradation I have on the bottom. So you look at the different layers, the order of it. Remember, the big pieces of paper, the ones that are on top are above, right? They overlap the ones that are below. So my bottom layer is the layer 6, which is the my gradient or my background layer. You see the red and blue swatches on circles on the left side and on the bottom of the toolbar. Those are my two colors I used, and if you hit your paint bucket and you hold that down, you get different options. Then you'll get your gradients behind the paint bucket. That's how I did. Click and drag, and then they'll make a gradient. And here on the right side here, you can see the different blend options, right? The different modes. So they're like they're basically filters, so you can change get different effects. I use the overlay on this one. Right, and I basically paste this up a bunch of times, so you'll see on the top I'll show different ones, and I'll overlap two different layers. So that's the look that I want. Right, so you see how they overlap. So different ones. If you had normal mode, it just shows it opaque, but there are different ones that will show the background through it or change the values or the colors of it using different effects. Okay, so I have two different ones that are overlapping, and I'm going to show you how to select that area, and I'm going to resize, and I'm going to rotate this a little bit so they're a little different. I don't want them to be exactly on top of each other the same way. So right now I'm just moving them around. Again, you got to go to the layer you want to move first. The top tool on the toolbar, the little arrow, that is your move tool. Then you just click on, hold down on that layer that you want to move, and you can just move it around, just drag it around. Again, if you want to resize, I think I do it right here. The second one down, the little weird looking rectangle with the 4 dots on the corners, that is your transform tool. You can change the size of it. You can rotate it by hitting that little circle on the bottom, that little line with the circle on the bottom of it. Click and drag that, and you can rotate it around. Click any of the corners and you drag it and it will resize it. If you hit shift while you're doing that, you can change the dimensions of it, the portion of it as well. Alright, so that's basically what I want to look like, and that's it. Easy peasy.